All right. Gonna do some Battlegrounds. Cyrodiil, the regular Grey Host campaign, is on pause right now for another Vengeance campaign testing. And most everybody I know dislikes it. Some people like it, but because it's disliked and the population in it is low right now, there's a bunch of PvP players out there doing Battlegrounds, or Imperial City, but a lot doing Battlegrounds. This is by far the most competitive Battlegrounds gets when Vengeance campaign is on, or there's an event that makes Battlegrounds better. This normally you go in and get a lot of kills and very few deaths if you're a regular BG's player like I am. And not that I'm great, I'm not. But usually get quite a few more kills than deaths. And this is in a high MMR because I play it almost every day. This is different. This is the top Cyrodiil players showing up in Battlegrounds, and this has been incredibly challenging and fun. We're going to continue that. That's what we got going on tonight. I'm on one of my bomber builds. I have multiple bomber builds and only a couple other types of builds. I mostly do bombing because that's what I enjoy. I did PvE for years and years, never even went into Cyrodiil. Eventually got burnt out, was going to quit the game, and said, you know what, why don't I give this a shot? And went through a couple builds. It made me even more disgruntled with the game. You know, I tried like a heavy attack Oakensoul sorcerer when Oakensoul was popular. Tried all these things, just died and died and died very rarely and get a kill. And then one day saw a video about bombing, and it was a 1-bar Oakensoul bomber, because that's what I was into at the time, was Oakensoul. And got in. I couldn't get bombs, but I was getting close, and it was starting to get me excited. And then eventually I got my first one. And it was on from there. And I quickly, after I figured out what was going on, I took off the 1-bar, took off the Oakensoul, and got a proper bomb build. And just been refining it ever since, and using different types of bomb builds, different combinations, different races, different classes, different skills, different gear. And I have fun with all of them. Right now, this is the most challenging bomber I've ever used, because you have to be perfect with it for it to work, but when it does, it is an absolute beast. Alright, let's get into it. Battlegrounds. So, the house I'm at is Morneth Keep, and the reason that I use this house to have all my ultimate sigils or have the ethereal well, you can do it with either, is you want to be able to get to your house really quickly if you're doing battleground after battleground, just to charge your ultimate and re-queue. Because the quicker you queue after leaving a match, the higher chance you have of getting right back into a match. The reason I use this house is because two things. One, I can leave my house and in between queues, because usually it's not real quick unless it's, prime time. And I can go farm. Like here, right out here, there's a node. And there's nodes all around. There's Sigil portals. There's right out there. I don't know if, let me see if you can see that ship out there. Yeah, it's up right now. That's a dolmen right there. But look right there. That's right outside the door. We've got a way shrine. Makes it nice and easy. Alright, so I'll do some farming while we wait for Q to pop. I had to take skill points out of this one's crafting on this bomber because it's a subclass bomber and it costs more skill points to use subclass abilities, so that's why I'm getting like jute and iron ore. It's no longer max crafter, which it is. I don't have skill points. I need to farm some. I do like the mud crabs all over around here too, and I can just have fun and get myself some, in this case, rawhide scraps, usually rubido, and mud crab chitin as well. Chitin, I don't know how to say it. But chitin. As long as I am nearby, let's say I'm out here and the queue pops, and I'm a ways away, when I leave the battlegrounds, I'll end up right exactly where I'm at, but everything's real close. I can ride up, get into my house, charge my ultimate, or if I'm too far away, I'll find the mud crabs, and I'll show you. Like here, when I get to farming, I mean, I'm passing a lot of nodes doing this, but oh, see, this is part of my farm route too, is getting Sigil portals, because I know where all the runestones spawn. And there we go, 184 rubic amber, pulverized rubic amber. Every 10 makes one. As I'm doing my farming route, there's mud crabs everywhere. I see a couple there, and several when I get over here. The reason that I can get further away from my house and still queue quickly if I need ultimate is I can just grab these guys and boom, boom, and I get a ton of ultimate doing that because your passives, every time you get a kill, it gives you a certain amount of ultimate, plus I have a poison on my back bar, on this bar, where it generates ultimate every time that I hit. Now, my ultimate's full, so you can't see it right now, but right there, after those two groups, I'd be at 500 from zero. I almost have 50,000 rubido scraps just from doing this. Mud crabs, other things too, natural killing stuff in dungeons or whatever, but mostly from running around this in between battlegrounds. I do a lot of battlegrounds, a lot of running around here. And I get to practice my bombs too. 4, 3, 2, pull, dead. And now I get to check my thieves trove. And I'm only taking people might get pissed about it, but I don't want to deal with the other stuff. Oh, also, you see my health draining? That's from the frenzy skill. Make sure to turn that off after you drop your bomb, otherwise people kill you pretty quick. Right here, this wagon, a lot of times a heavy sack will sit here. There's the house we just came from, the way shrine. We're not very far away. This little island that I'm facing over there, it's got like 4 or 5 runestones around it at any given time, which, if you know about Sigil portals, you know that Sigil portals spawn where runestones spawn. That's why that's important. So I do a lot of runestone farming in order to get a lot of Sigil portals, and I make a lot of gold doing it. For one, because I get a ton of Kuda. I periodically get a Kuda, but I get a ton of mundane runes. Look at that, I have over 10,000 mundane runes. If you know anything about those furnishing maps, they sell for a great deal. Sometimes what you're looking for isn't there. Normally there's a runestone there, but there's one over there. You can see that little thing glowing. I don't have my... Oh, there we go. And then there's another one right there in front of me. I got my cursor on it. I'm just not going to go get it. BG's time. There's been more Chaos Ball matches today than anything. Like, I don't mind Chaos Ball, but I'm getting a little tired. I've had like 7 Chaos Ball matches and 2, with 1 Capture the Relic and 1 like flag game. I'll look over there, so I'll check to see where the power-up is. The damage power-up is what I want, unless if I don't have ultimate, then the ultimate power-up is the one I'm really looking for. But if I have ultimate, I'm looking for damage power-up. Speed buff is great too, and so is the defense, but order of operations is if I don't have ultimate, I want ultimate. That's the most important one, then damage. And even if I get the damage and don't have ultimate, I can get bombs off. I can pull with Great Avid Boneyard instead of my ultimate, and that does just fine. Alright, so let's go get this. Oh, my dog's barking here. The neighbor's got these freaking puppies. They moved in, they're kind of ghetto. And they've got these puppies that sit outside chained up at all times, and those puppies are turning into dogs. So their dogs that are chained up all the time tend to get aggressive. They already killed them all. I got nothing to do here. Alright, might as well pull, but see if I can get a kill there. There we go. That's kind of a bummer. Oh, I'm gonna get killed. Yeah. Ollie, stop marching. Go lay down.
We've got the ball.
My dog's name's Oliver. We call him Ollie. Kind of works out because I was a skater for years, so Ollie makes sense. But that's actually not why he's named that. Ooh, here they all come. Check this out. This is perfect. They're all going there. See if I can get a kill. Oh. Oh, no way, they didn't get pulled. That's annoying. That is annoying. Wow. Oh, well. Foul Mischief is one of them. Kung Pao. They have, I didn't even look at the roster. Like I said, these are the absolute stacked rosters from Cyrodiil. I play a decent amount of Cyrodiil too, but I play more BGs than anything, and so I know the regulars versus. And you can tell when you got a whole group of people who don't get pulled, who have crowd control immunity, or you can tell that they're usually a different level. You know, they used to be in ball groups or. And then this build will still blow up all groups. I just have to catch them napping. Got this. I usually try to let this get off of me before I go bombing. Okay, so they got 2 of the Chaos Balls over here. That means they're camping. Let's go get them. Okay. There we go. Now let's go ahead and take that Chaos Ball. They went and got the ultimate. I want to get this ultimate though. Oh, I forgot I can't use my streak. Don't use it. Oh yes. Dang it. Not his fault. I didn't mean to call him an ass. I really wanted that ultimate. Foul Mischief, he is just filthy. He's good. He's running some kind of a bomber build as well, but he's definitely running rushing agony. That's why he's got me a Lotus fan, and that's the pull for it. Which I have several of those builds as well. I prefer Dark Con though. It's almost got him, damn it. He's tough. Oh, look at that. Freaking ganked me. That's an in cap. Actually, he's maybe not on a bomber right now. He's running on a ganker. Bombers and gankers are very similar. There's a few obvious differences, but there's a whole lot of similarities. Bombing is ganking on an AoE scale. Gotcha. Got me though. That was still good. I don't mind that. I don't mind dying as a bomber. You know, I die a lot because I'm squishy, and I'm not. A lot of bombers will wait till the perfect moment to go in, make sure they get their clean bomb. I'll run into anything unless it's, except in Cyrodiil, then I'll be more cautious because I just don't want to ride back to wherever I'm at. But in Battlegrounds, there's legit no reason to worry about dying. You respawn immediately. Other than if you're worried about what your score looks like to others, but I am not. Oh, Al Mischief is making this hard on me. He really is. Good on him, though. Good player. Really good player. See? Oh, that was Kung Pao. He's another really good player. That's the problem with the new style of Battlegrounds, is there's a lot of mismatches. A lot of times I'm on the side that's given the mismatch, and sometimes you're on the side that is on the other end of the mismatch. Let's see if this will help. I like getting any sigil I can. I don't necessarily make it my priority except for the ultimate one or the damage. Oh, they knocked me back, otherwise I'd have it. Yeah, I got him. These guys are tough. These guys are tough. Yeah, see, I've died more than I've got kills, which during the Vengeance campaign, when everybody is here in BGs, that's part of it. There'll be matches where I get, 30 plus kills and 5 or less deaths. Then there's going to be matches where I die 15 times and get 5 kills. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, lag, really? You have seen that? Alright, then I'm gonna... That sucks. There's the performance issues. That's because everybody's doing BGs now instead of Cyrodiil. I hope I don't have to log. It's happened earlier where it just eventually kicked me to the dead screen. But I think I may have to, and the problem is I'll get a freaking penalty in abandoning the match penalty. It's like 3 minutes before I can queue again. That really sucks. So I enjoy playing against these top players. These guys right there, Foul Mistress and Kung Pao. Maybe they're not the top of the top. I don't know. People argue about that all day. To me, they are right up there with anybody. And there's probably 100 players like that. Alright, I think I'm gonna have to... abandon this. That sucks. Okay.